Traders from around the world, what's going on? It's your boy Ricky Cadden back again with another real life stock review for Real Life Trading Australia. Hope you guys are doing absolutely sensationally splendid this morning. Not a whole lot happening in the markets, but we are still going bullish. I did mention that we probably were due for a small pullback, and obviously we did get a nice little gap down with the news about the coronavirus affecting the world. But from history, guys, they don't have that much of an impact long term on the market, so just keep on looking at these as dip buying opportunities. But we'll take a look at the SPY. So we did get this red candle gapping down, which is a retest gap, and we are currently retesting. What do I think happens from here? I do believe that we probably will double bottom out of here, and the 50 will become a support. So keep that in mind. We are at 322.53. That is a nice little support level, a support area there. So look to buy the dip and look for some consolidation at that particular price. Let's take a look at the E-minis. Now the E-minis, we actually did get a gap down as well. Another retest gap, and we are currently retesting. Same thing, guys. Just wait for the 50 to come into play and then look to buy the dip. If you did buy this particular dip already, then well done to you guys. You guys should be up on most of your positions if you did buy on that dip. Let's take a look at Apple. Now Apple did have a nice gap down to the 20 EMA on the daily. You can see this is a nice buying location in the past. So if you did catch that, I personally didn't, but if you did catch that particular trade, then well done to you. There was a beautiful gap and go today for all you day traders. If you take a look at the 5-minute, we realistically just had this nice little cute little pennant pattern. I'll just zoom in right here. We had this beautiful little pennant pattern, and then this glorious hammer candle with volume coming in and then just breaking out. You could have played this you could have played this as a breakout trade or a retest, and you would have gotten filled. If you take a look at the 1-minute, you'll see, if you take a look at the 1-minute, you'll see we did get some retesting, not a whole lot, but as soon as we did break out above this level right here, above 314, we had this cute little bearish candle, and then we just continued to grind higher. So for all you guys that played Apple, you can see here we did get some beautiful volume coming in at that particular time of day, so it was a time to go bullish. Also, because the SPY was rising then as well. Let's take a look at SQ. Now, SQ was a massive move for a lot of real life traders. A lot of people making a lot of money on this one, guys. We did have a beautiful gap down. Now, just like the rest of the market, as the market was gapping down, you can see we did have some previous fairly bullish volume yesterday, and we just gapped straight down to the 20 EMA and faded. And you can see here we did get a nice bullish candle just days before, and that was your signal to be going long. So if you did look at buying some call options or buying some shares of SQ, well done to you guys. Now we are currently closing this gap that we formed back in August of last year, and because there isn't that much resistance in the way, I probably do expect us to have a small pullback and then a quick rocket higher. So keep an eye out on SQ for that one. Let's take a look at AMD. AMD doing exactly what the market's doing as well, coming back down to the 20 and just slowly bouncing. Not a whole lot to see here, guys, on AMD. Just keep on buying them dips. We do have earnings. I think that was after hours. Yes, so we are gapping down after hours. So this will be a very nice day trade to play. On the after hours, if I go back to the 5-minute, you can see we are gapping down to 48.29 right now, which will be below the low of today's candle. So it will be a gap and go. So I will be looking to play this one. However, we do have the moving averages, the EMAs, the 20 EMA, coming into play here. So if we do come back down, it could be a potential buy the dip opportunity. Just make sure you are watching what's happening with this stock when you're trading throughout the day. Let's take a look at Etsy. Now, Etsy is a very interesting one, guys. This one has been on my watch list for a while. $40 was a very nice dip buying opportunity. If you take a look at the weekly chart, on the long-term moving averages, we are currently just below the 100. However, we did get this really nice double bottom, which I mentioned back here at that particular time. This was a buy the dip location, and we are currently just battling the 100 on the weekly chart. Now on the daily chart, we are battling the 100 on the daily chart as well. So I do expect us probably to just consolidate here for a little bit longer, maybe create some lower highs and some lower lows, and then I do expect us to start to rise as this gap here I do expect to fill as well. But we did get this glorious little double bottom, cute little retest, and a little move higher. So if you did get to play that particular trade or that particular pattern, then well done to you guys. Now let's take a look at the All Ords. Now the All Ords doing pretty much what the rest of the market's doing. We had that nice little gap down the other day, and right now we are currently just retesting. So we'll just have to see what transpires in the market. Most likely I do expect us to come down a little bit more, but that will most likely be a dip buying opportunity. So keep your eyes peeled on that one. Speaking of buying dips, here's WiseTech Global, WTC. Now this one long term, guys, is a very nice company to buy. You can see that we have bounced off the 200 a few times before, and then we did finally break. Now this particular stock has pulled back quite a lot from the all-time highs. You can see here back in September, we were 40% higher. So there is plenty of upside and plenty of growth on this particular company. And as you can see right here, we are back at this previous resistance level, and which is slowly becoming a support level. I don't expect this to just launch on out of here. I do expect these moving averages to come into play, and most likely trade sideways for another few months. But keep it on your watch list. Keep an eye on the volume. At the moment, we have fairly dismal volume at the moment. You can really see that on the weekly chart. We have had very big volume in the past, and just for the last few weeks, we have had quite small volume. So keep it on your watch list, guys. It will be a nice stock to have in your portfolio long term. Let's take a look at the banks. Here's ANZ. Now a lot of real life traders in this particular trade from my analysis back here. So a lot of people making some little gains here. We had this nice little retest of this particular neckline. We do have the 100 simple moving average coming into play, which will be a little bit of a resistance, but long term, guys, this is a very nice buying location. So if you are in, well done. We have got some more volume coming in these last few weeks, so well done to you guys who are in ANZ. Let's take a look at WOW Woolworths. Now on the daily chart, not a whole lot happening, creating a couple of new all-time highs just last week, and we did gap down but faded straight away as the market was gapping. So if you did get to catch that gap, that little buy the dip opportunity, then well done to you guys. Not a whole lot to see here on Woolworths. It is in a bullish trend. Just keep on buying them dips. I would probably wait for it to come back down to about 38.92 if you are looking to get in long. Got a request for Elixinol Global, ticker symbol EXL. Now this particular trader did buy just before the new year, probably around this particular area here. Mate, if you are still in, I probably would continue to hold. Just know that we are at the 100 simple moving average on the daily chart, and if we can close above the 100, I would definitely continue to hold because it should start to rocket ship after that. But if we do not, for the most part, mate, I do expect this probably to trade sideways for a little bit longer, maybe create some nice higher highs and some higher lows, and then slowly but surely grind higher. And you're also in CAN Group. same as before. You did buy these back here at this particular price, and I would continue to hold. Just know that we are also at the the 200 simple moving average on a daily chart. On a weekly chart, we do have the 100 simple. So on a weekly chart, if we did start to break out higher, my target would be $2.18 on that one before I look to sell. Let's take a look at some commodities. So here's crude oil. Now crude oil just having a massive pullback, about 20%. Now I am currently trading this one to the bullish side, obviously. This is a very nice support level. Now, if you do not trade commodities, you can look to buy some oil stocks that actually, so either some oil companies or some oil stocks that track the ETFs that track the price of oil. One is is OILU, OILU. Now, as you can see here, this stock, I have mentioned this to a few real life traders already, but this stock is at a very nice buying location. If you are looking to go long, we are currently at about $14.40, and this is just a very nice time to buy, and it is a very nice dip buying opportunity. We did get a 20% pullback in crude just in the last month, so I do expect us to get a nice little rise, which should push OILU higher. But for the most part, guys, I am very bullish on oil as we speak. I know I was mentioning that back here. We did finally break down, and I was just waiting for this particular dip to happen. So we are bouncing, and all looks good. Here's gold. Now, gold not doing a great deal. Most likely, I'd expect gold to maybe create another relative high and then roll back down to about 1540. Bring the 100 simple moving average into play before we do make a push higher. Gold is going to be very slow at this rate, but for the most part, guys, I'm fairly neutral on gold. Here's another great dip. Last but not least, the Australian dollar. Now, I am in the current position on this long. I got in this morning. Just based off this particular candle here, this beautiful, glorious hammer of Thor at a support level. Why not? Makes a lot of sense to me. Could we go lower? Absolutely. If we do go lower, I'm probably going to increase my size on this particular position. Just due to the location of the Aussie dollar. And so if you are looking at a buying location, or if you are looking to buy the Aussie dollar, now is a very nice time to buy. We did get that head and shoulders pattern I spoke about last week, and we did finally break down. So not a lot to see here, guys. Just look to buy the dip. Now we are at this nice support level. I hope you guys can make a buck or two on this one. Anyway, guys, that's all I've got for you today. I'll be back on Thursday with another real life stock review. And until then, love life, live life, and trade it. I'll see you all soon. Bye.